I welcome you to this session of ISO 45001 2018, and today we are going to talk about clause number 10.2, incident, non-conformity and corrective action. This is part of the improvement clause number 10. So as usual, first of all, I'll read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. Clause 10.2, incident, non-conformity and corrective action. The organization shall establish, implement and maintain a process or processes including reporting, investigating and taking action to determine and manage incidents and nonconformities. When an incident or nonconformity occurs, the organization shall A. React in a timely manner to the incident or nonconformity and as applicable, number 1, take action to control and correct it. Number 2, deal with the consequences. And B, evaluate with the participation of workers, C 5.4, and the involvement of other relevant interested parties, the need for corrective action to eliminate the root cause or causes of the incident or nonconformity in order that it does not recur or occur elsewhere by number 1, investigating the incident or reviewing the nonconformity. Number 2, determining the causes or causes of the incident or nonconformity. Number 3, determining if similar incidents have occurred, nonconformities exist, or if they could potentially occur. C. Review existing assessment of occupational health and safety risks and other risks as appropriate, C 6.1. And D. Determine and implement any action needed, including corrective action, in accordance with the hierarchy of controls, C 8.1.2, and the management of change, C 8.1.3. E. Assess occupational health and safety risks that relate to new or changed hazards prior to taking action. F. Review the effectiveness of any action taken. G. Make changes to the occupational health and safety management system if necessary. Corrective actions shall be appropriate to the effects or potential effects of the incidents or nonconformities occurred. The organization shall retain documented information as evidence of the nature of the incident or nonconformities and any subsequent actions taken, the results of any actions and corrective actions, including their effectiveness. The organization shall communicate this documented information to relevant workers and where they exist, workers' representatives and other relevant interested parties. And there is a note below. The reporting and investigation of incidents without undue delay can enable hazards to be eliminated and associated occupational health and safety risks to be minimized as soon as possible. So this is all in today's requirement. This is slightly lengthier requirement. So anyway, let us discuss it in more detail now. Clause number 10.2, incident, nonconformity and corrective action. See, as part of the improvement process, whenever any incident, nonconformity occurs and corrective action has to be taken, the organization is expected to establish, implement and maintain processes, including reporting how we are going to report these things, investigating how we are going to investigate all these things, and taking action to determine and manage incidents and non-conformities. So the entire thing has to be thought of, and a procedure has to be put in place to ensure, and the procedure has to be not only implemented but it has also to be maintained, which includes the reporting, the investigation, and taking actions to determine and manage the incidents and non-conformities. When an incident or non-conformity occurs, the organization will carry out the following things. Number A, react in a timely manner to the incidents or non-conformities and as appropriate. The very first thing is that we must react immediately or without any delay. And once we have reacted, we are supposed to take the following actions. Take action to control or correct it. The current non-conformity or whatever is the situation which is offering some risks, and that has to be controlled. So immediately we have to react in a timely manner to the incident or non-conformity as applicable, and immediately take action to control it or correct it. We are supposed to control the non-conformity or the incident which has happened without any delay, immediately, and deal with the consequences. And whatever are the consequences, those we are supposed to determine and see and take action, whatever is appropriate action to be taken against that. And B is evaluate with the participation of workers. See 5.4. 5.4 talks about participation of workers and the involvement of other relevant interested parties. Wherever they are involved, we are supposed to involve them also, so that they understand what was the reason and avoid it in future. The need for corrective action to eliminate the root cause. We have to go deep and investigate and find out what is the root cause. And we have to take corrective action to eliminate the root cause of the incident or the non-conformity in order that it does not repeat itself. It does not happen again, and it does not happen again anywhere within the organization. And for doing so, what are we supposed to do? Number 1, investigating the incident or reviewing the non-conformity. First of all, we are supposed to see what has happened, what has gone wrong, and investigate the incident or review the non-conformity. And then determine the cause, or rather the root cause of the incident or the non-conformity, and take action. Determine similar incidents have occurred. Look for history, whether in the past also similar incidents have occurred or not, and non-conformities exist or not elsewhere, or if they could potentially occur. So all these aspects, whether they are existing elsewhere or they could happen anywhere, we have to review the entire aspect. And once we have done that, we have to review the existing assessment of occupational health and safety risks and other risks as appropriate. And for this you can refer to clause number 6.1. So we have to review the existing assessment of the occupational health and safety risks and other risks as appropriate, and determine and implement any action needed. We have to find out what action to be taken in terms of providing some fresh equipment or fresh technology, or making it explain to the people how they should work so that they could avoid the incident or the non-conformity. So determine and implement any action needed. including the corrective action, in accordance with the hierarchy of controls. See, there are two aspects when a non-conformity happens. One is the corrective action and the other is the correction. Correction means taking immediate action so that the situation is within control. And corrective action is taking action so that it does not repeat itself. So we have to take both the correction and the corrective action in accordance with the hierarchy of controls. Hierarchy of controls, how we should go about it, they are given in para 8.1.3, 8.1.2 rather. And the management of change, that is 8.1.3. So according to these clauses, we should see what action is supposed to be taken. And then E, assess occupational health and safety risks and relate to the new changed hazards prior to taking action. Assess the occupational health. We are supposed to be assessing the occupational health and safety risks relating to the new situation which has evolved because of an incident or accident and changed hazards prior to taking action. So we have to understand the whole thing fully and completely before we assess the action to be taken. Assess occupational health and safety risks that relate to the new or changed hazards prior to taking action. And F is review the effectiveness of any action taken, including the corrective action. Once we have determined the action, the correction and the corrective action, then those correction or the corrective action have got to be implemented, and we are supposed to review the effectiveness of those actions. That means whether those actions are effective or not. They will be effective if the incident does not happen again. Then we will treat them as effective. So review the effectiveness of any action taken, including the corrective action. And G is make changes to the occupational health and safety management system if necessary. That means make changes to the procedures and work instructions or whatever is getting implemented to handle that situation. So if necessary, we have to make changes to the occupational health and safety management system. That means the processes or procedures or work instructions or whatever is there in place as part of the occupational health and safety management system. Corrective actions shall be appropriate to the effects or potential effects of the incidents or non-conformities encountered. This goes without saying. Whatever actions we take, they have got to be appropriate and in accordance with the potential effects of the incidents or non-conformities encountered. So the actions that we are suggesting now have got to be appropriate. And once we have proven that they are appropriate, then only we should put them as part of the review, as part of the procedures or the work instructions, and make them part of the occupational health and safety management system. Corrective action shall be appropriate to the effects or potential effects of the incidents or non-conformities encountered. So this goes without saying. They have got to be appropriate and appropriate to the effects of the potential effect of the incidents or non-conformities that are encountered. So this is self-explanatory, goes without saying, and we have to take action against that accordingly. And now we go to the next para. The organization shall retain documented information as evidence of, number one, the nature of the incident or the non-conformities and subsequent actions taken. So we have to keep records of all the investigations that we carry out, the corrections taken, the corrective actions taken, and the record of all the actions taken by us. And the results of any action and corrective action, including their effectiveness. We have also to record whether they were effective or not. whatever we thought of implementing subsequently to avoid the non-conformities, whether our actions were effective or not. So the results of any action, corrective action, including their effectiveness. So this has to be taken into account. And we have to maintain documented information or records of all this. The organization shall communicate this documented information to the relevant workers, and where they exist, workers' representatives and other relevant interested parties, because it is not only the workers and their representatives but also some other relevant interested parties. There could be other organizations working in that space where this non-conformity or incident happens. So we have also to ensure that they also understand the consequences and they also take the corrective actions accordingly. And there is a note below which says, the reporting and investigation of the incidents without undue delay can enable the hazards to be eliminated and associated occupational health and safety risks to be minimized as soon as possible. So this goes without saying, and I hope you have understood the requirement fully and completely. This is a little lengthy requirement, but still I hope you have understood the whole thing entirely and completely. But if there is anything which is not clear to you, please put your comment so that I'll explain it to you. And if you are liking my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues. I'll feel very happy if you do so. And also please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I load my videos, they reach you without any delay. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye bye and see you on next Sunday. Bye.